Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. Y'all already know what it is. If you haven't already, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. If you are new here, hit that sub button. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. I think I'm just about 200 subs away. So we're getting there, about to hit 1,800. I appreciate everybody who has been showing love recently. But without all that blabbering, today we are going to be getting into the cards in my team that you basically need to just get rid of. If you are somebody who is trying to have the best possible team, end games, straight invincibles, whatever it is, I don't see too much of a difference between invincibles and end games, but people like to have them. They're worth more. They, you might think that the card art looks better. Maybe your favorite player got an end game card but didn't get an invincible. But with that being said, we are basically going to be going over the cards that are going to be losing value within the next 2 weeks in my team. The next packs did just come out today. As you guys can see, I picked myself up a couple players. I got Evan Mobley and Jalen Williams, which some of the players on my team here you might see, and they might be in this video on selling now. And you may wonder, and you may be getting ready to comment, well, why are you telling me to sell these cards when you're still on your team? Personally, my team is not, I'm not building my team to be straight endgame, straight invincibles. As you see, I have no endgame cards, don't have straight invincibles. This LeBron card I should have never bought. It was an impulse buy. The Kareem card I actually did want, but Chet Holmgren, Thunder player, Jalen Williams, Thunder player. I did kind of just impulse buy somebody, and he's right here. So as you can see, another Thunder player. He's a 6-foot guard, 6'3" guard. So I mean, obviously not really somebody you're going to have on your team at the end of the year, but I'm just kind of building my team out to players that I actually enjoy playing with. Really a big fan of Evan Mobley. This Kareem card plays really well. I've always liked Kareem cards. And then off the bench, Magic's a really fun card. I always love T-Mac cards. LeBron's going to be replaced soon, most likely. Chet Holmgren, obviously a Thunder fan. And this Rick Smith will probably be replaced too, but I do actually really like that card. Never used him in a game before, but he did end up being a really good card. But aside from all that, let's get into the actual video. Starting off here, the first cards that you're going to want to sell are basically going to be any of the invincibles under 200,000 MT. They're just, if they're hovering like 150, even some of them have been below that. I got Jalen Williams for, I think, like 125, I think. I don't even know if I paid that. No, I got him for like 115. So obviously, if they're hovering around between 150 and 300, so you can already go through. I made a list, but you can go through and look at this. 127, 151. I don't know why Jabari and Magic are this high. They don't typically end there. They are on that list, so Jabari, Magic. I don't know why they're ending that high. But Jabari, Magic, Melo, Jalen Williams, like I said, one of those cards that I'm telling you to sell that are on my team. Same with Magic. I'm not competing at the end of the day to have an all endgame team. That's not my point. I know I can win with these cards. I'm not worried about it. Russell Westbrook, Evan Mobley, Jason Tatum, Kawhi Leonard, LaMelo still ending high. But Kawhi Leonard, LeBron still ending high. Michael Jordan still ending high. And then I'll just go through the rest of my list because obviously, they're going to just decide not to show us to them. But Anthony Davis, but basically the full list, I'm going to repeat some just so I don't have to go through and figure out which ones I haven't said. Jalen Williams, Anthony Davis, Jabari Smith, Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum, Russell Westbrook, Steph Curry, Walker Kessler, Evan Mobley, Carmelo Anthony, and Magic. I might be missing one or two, but your main core invincibles are going to be T-Mac, Wembanyama, Kobe, LaMelo, Jordan, and LeBron. I might be missing somebody, but those are going to be your main core invincibles. Those are going to be the ones that are going to be most popular, selling high. A couple of those actually will be on the list at the end, but will not be because they're under 200k. It will be for a completely different reason, and it'll make sense when we get there. But basically, any invincible under 200k is going to become a buyout within the next week or two. Because when you really think about it, we're going to have another 4 invincibles dropping next week. So that's obviously going to kill the prices on everything. And then if we don't get buyouts next week, which honestly, we might even get buyouts this week. There might be a buyout by tomorrow. Those packs just dropped today. So we could wake up tomorrow and, like I said, I got Jalen Williams for 115k. He could be a buyout tomorrow. I really don't know. I have been seeing everybody sniping Invincibles for buyouts today. I haven't really paid attention to see if any of them are like Jordan or LeBron, but I've seen a ton of Jalen Williams, Evan Mobley's, Melos, stuff like that. But with that being said, like I said, those are just the ones that are going to end up being buyouts. And it just, if you can save the 100,000 MT, if he's 180, you sell him for 180 and he's 90K next week, it is worth it to me. But getting into the next card, we're going to stay away from actual themes here. This is just going to be Bowl. I sold my Bowl yesterday. It really was hard to do. I had a lot of fun with that card. I kind of got screwed over. As you can see, this one's at 233 with 6 minutes. Mine had 50 badges and sold for 200. So I wasn't exactly pleased with that. I might have sold them at the wrong time. I'm not really sure. I kind of just threw them up there. But Bowl and Hero or the regular, either one, just with more 7-footers coming out, there's going to be fan favorites packs coming soon. So who knows what kind of tall player we're going to get that can play the 3. Wembanyama can already play the 3. You have Chet, you have Bowl. I'm sure there's going to be a fan favorites Taco coming soon. There'll probably be a fan favorite, somebody random that we've never heard of that'll be 7-2 and completely kill the value of this card. But basically the point is that this card is going down every single week. Bowl was selling for 600K 2 weeks ago, and now, like I said, I just sold mine for 200. These ones are ending kind of high. I don't know if I really think that they're typically ending that high right now. I still think that they're ending about 200, 250. The Hero's ending about 300, 350, at least from what I've been seeing. It's been pretty consistent all day. I don't know why this one's up to so much MT, but that is a card that I would say would be worth selling. If it's a card that you truly enjoy and think that he could be on your team at the end of the year, keep him. But like I said, I don't think that this card is really going to be anywhere near 200, 300 in a couple weeks. I just think it takes one card, and that's going to kill his value. Getting into the next one, it is going to be the endgame Kevin Durant and Paolo Banchero. You may wonder why, and it has nothing to do with that. I think there's going to be cards that come out that are better than these cards. I just think that with the more endgames that drop, these are going to keep going down in price, and you have to remember, these are going to be a buyout soon. We're already in almost July. We're in Season 7. Season 8's coming out. There's going to be a ton of endgame rewards and unlimited and all these modes. These are going to end up going down in MT, and I'm not saying to sell them and wait for them to become a buyout. KD will take a while to become a buyout, but I can definitely see this Kevin Durant and Paolo Banchero card being under 200K by next week. That might sound like a long shot, but you have to remember, this Kevin Durant was selling for 600-700 for almost all of last week, and then he went down towards like 500. Paolo came out, and I've seen him end as low as 275. I've seen him end at. So you get another endgame next week, and both Paolo and Kevin Durant are going to go down. So I'd say sell both of them. Put a card in there to fill their spot. You don't need endgames in this game. If you're a huge fan of KD, you do need endgame KD because he's the only one that actually came with a good jump shot. That Paolo card is the only good Paolo card in the game. So that's obviously something to think about. But if you really like the cards, sell them now. Sell them while they're still almost 300K. Buy them back in a week or two. I promise you won't regret it. You'll make a ton of MT, you'll save a ton of MT off that and be able to invest that MT into another endgame card. Getting into the next card, it is going to be Yao Ming. Another one of the hero set cards. This is going to be still both of them. The Titan one seems to be pushing close to 300. And this hero one, he's at 582. We're going to get an Invincible Yao Ming soon. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. It happens every single year. As soon as Invincible Yao Ming goes out, this card is going to drop in price. I'd say that the only hero card that will truly hold his value is either going to be Ben Simmons or Tim Thomas. Whichever one doesn't get an Invincible is going to hold their value. The rest of them are going to be super cheap, but whichever one doesn't get an Invincible, it's just going to stay super high in price. It'll actually go up in price, whichever one it is. But Yao Ming, as soon as he gets that Invincible card, the Titan's going to be the Titan will probably be a buyout, if not almost a buyout. Then also you're going to have this card going from, 700,000-800,000 down to like 250. And I could definitely see an Invincible Yao Ming in the next week or two, just because of the fact that it has been a while since a Yao Ming card has dropped. 2K knows Yao Ming makes them a lot of money. They're going to put him in the $50 pack. And also, it's a cheesy card, and they're going to give him an invincible. So I'd say that would definitely be the next card I would sell. Getting into the next one is going to be another cheesy card. I mentioned them earlier. Taco Fall is going to get a Dark Matter fan favorites card. It's only a matter of time. And this card is barely a buyout right now. You can sell this pink diamond card for 100,000 MT. And as soon, and I mean as soon as that Dark Matter fan favorites card gets announced, this card is going to go from 100 to probably 30, if not less. I will bet every dollar I have on it that this card will be less than 30k. Everybody's going to be selling the card, and it is just going to be, it's going to be worthless at that point. And everybody who held on to it while he was 100k is going to regret it because they just lost themselves 70k. I'm not going to get into this one too much. That one is just obviously really obvious. Getting into the next one, we are going to be selling LeBron James. Like I said earlier, there were a couple cards out of the Invincibles that I did not mention because they were going to be for different reasons, and the next three are going to be all for the same reason. LeBron's going to get an endgame card. When he gets his endgame card, this card's going to be down way close to 100k. He's selling for like 300, 350. I've seen him at 400. This card's going to be either a buyout or just over 100k. I'm not going to say nothing more. I don't want to stretch that out very much. He's going to go down a lot. Same with this next card. It is going to be Invincible Michael Jordan. Once again, he's going to get an endgame card. His price is going to go from 400 or 250, 300,000, 400,000. His price has been all over the place recently. As you can see, there's not a ton of them up. So it's just, I've seen him at 200. I've seen him at 400. I think I seen him yesterday ending at like 550. So I've seen this price everywhere. But typically I'd say 300 to 350 is the safest price on him for what he's going to sell for. Once again, he's going to get an end game. He's going to go down in price. He'll be close to 100k. And the next one is Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace. I'm sorry, but he needs to be sold. He's like 5 to 600,000 MT, which the card is not that good. His jump shot's still kind of weird, kind of slow. So that's for one. And like I said, it's just another one of those things. As soon as that endgame card drops, this card is going to plummet in price. I don't think he'll be as cheap as the LeBron and the Jordan. I still think he'll hold his value closer to maybe, 180 to like 250,000. But this card's selling between 5 and 600,000. That's a big difference. I have seen them ending less, sell them at the right time. Typically like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 to 6 o'clock in the afternoon when it ends. So post it like between 12 and 2 o'clock. That's typically the best time to sell it. And the last card for this video is going to be Radiant Tracy McGrady. Another one of those cards that I have on my team, but he's like 60, 70k. And when that end game comes out, this card's going to be like 20k. I'm just kind of eating it. 70k doesn't do much for me. But there are a lot of people out here that 70k will do a lot for them. And if you really think about it, you sell this card for 70k. And then when the Invincibles become buyouts, personally, I like that Jalen Williams card just as much as his T-Mac card. He's starting over him. And I've been huge on not benching T-Mac the whole year. Mine has 50 badges. So mine would sell for a little bit more than 70k if I really wanted to. That's another reason why I haven't sold him. If he had 30 badges, then I would have already sold him by now. But mine's badged up a lot. But I really like this Jalen Williams card. And he's going to be a buyout. And he's going to be an absolute monster when he is. But with that being said, I don't want to stretch this out too much more. If you guys have any cards that you think are going to crash and be cheap and should have been in this video, comment them down below. I'll make sure to pin them, like them, do all that so everybody can see. I don't want nobody to get scammed out of their MT. 2K, you know what I'm saying. They drop these cheesy cards like Wembanyama that kills the marketplace, and that's going to keep happening. You're going to get pretty much one card a week at this point that's going to hurt the marketplace. Next week it could be Taco, it could be Yao, who knows who it could be, but you're going to get one card a week at least. You might even get 2 that are going to kill the marketplace. If you get 2 cards, it's going to be a problem because literally every single card is going to go down in price. If you got like a Yao Ming Taco Fall week, that would kill everything. But with that being said, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Make sure you guys are hitting that sub button, and I'm out.